Hey Jim. Yeah, I was outside for the last 15 minutes setting up. So yeah, the sunspot looks amazing. Yeah, there's another tiny one here, and it'll be almost pointing at us because I believe it's moving this way. Cool. Yeah, I think it's going from like this way. The view is a little bit. Um, yeah, it's not oriented correctly for how it's actually rotating. And yeah, it's pretty hot outside. It's 45 degrees Celsius in the sun. So hopefully the Dwarf 3 doesn't run into issues. I've never used it in this hot weather. I had issues running this in the cold weather, the super cold weather, but I'll see. We can zoom in a little bit more. It's interesting. Like the Dwarf 3 actually gets some really nice uh, detail of the surface, which is pretty cool. And it's just the ND 100,000 filter. I'll leave it zoomed in for a little bit. And it is stacking. So it took 175 photos. Only was able to stack 26 of them. So it is a little bit sharp, which is good. Yep, that's true. Yeah, as you can see, I wasn't fully prepared. Didn't get all my windows out of the way, so I kept clicking on them. I'll actually restart the stack, and just to show you what it looks like. It actually starts off as gray, and then it and then it fixes itself. Lost the stream from my iPad. Hmm. Apologies. Hold on, let me just restart that. There we go. Alright, that was weird. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna start the hey Beverly. And I'm just starting imaging again. I had to restart it because I lost connection. There we go. And it's 49 degrees Celsius. Woof. It's because it's direct in the direct sunlight, so it's supposed to be okay. Yeah, I use this app called Air Screen Mirroring Receiver. It's a Windows app, and I have an iPad that I have through work, and it just does an AirPlay share this way. I can also do something similar with my phone using screen copy, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, I've had a few people ask me to show how I do this. I'll probably I have such a backlog of videos, but I might do that at some point. Yeah, looking outside, I can see it's getting dimmer, or it's getting grayer. So I don't know how much more I have of the sun before it disappears, but 10 minutes of live stream minus 3 minutes of troubleshooting isn't too bad. I think haven't done a live stream in so long. So Beverly asked, "You see how it looks all grainy on the surface?" Yep. Is that noise, or is that some of the stuff that you see way better through the H alpha setup? Yeah, that's you'll see this a lot better with the hydrogen alpha setup. So it's pretty impressive that this filter and this camera can pick up any of these grain at all. But yeah, no, this is like real like surface patterns on the sun. But an H alpha would make it so much better. I wish I had time to set up the H alpha filter. If it was going to be clear for another few hours, I would have. It would have been a good contrast. But yeah, I love how the sunspots themselves look. This one's massive. I believe this is like 3 times the size of Uranus. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's not noise. I think it's the filter that it uses. I have an older Bowder filter that doesn't see these ripples. It's like we can't understand the scale of the sun or any of the sunspots from here. We can put a picture of the Earth right here, and it'll still not make any sense. Is your filter the Thousand Oaks optical one? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like those, the solar light filters from Thousand Oaks Optical. I'm just gonna stop the imaging, and I'm just gonna do a refocus. I think it's in focus, but I'm just gonna do another one anyway. So I have to stop it, and then I click on, and then I have to do actually end current session. And then if I do that, we lose the color. Hey Dan man, and the wide angle camera also comes out, so we can see what the sky looks like. And then I can do a focus, autofocus. Sorry. Yeah, we're about. I just got a thunderstorm warning on my phone, so I'm gonna get whatever rain you two are seeing soon. Trying my best to take advantage. There we go. So autofocusing. Connection interrupted. Oh no. Reconnect. Technical issues. Okay, my phone is still connected, so I might, while I figure out my iPad, I'll actually share my phone screen. So this is my Pixel phone, and it's starting to take images. Go to success. You can see that it starts off monochrome at first. Hmm, interesting. Well, my phone can see it. My iPad cannot, which is okay. I'm looking at the same thing anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess it was in focus before. I didn't have to refocus. Yeah, it's not the sharpest image, but it still looks pretty good. We can see that there's haze. That's probably what it is. Oh, hey, look at that. It's back on the iPad. I'd rather do the iPad so that I can use my phone. All right, get out of here, phone. Oh. Okay, come back here, phone. Alrighty then. Yeah, that's one of the cool things I like about the Dwarf is that I can look using multiple devices, which has actually been fun for the one star party I took it to. I had somebody else in the group connect to the Dwarf with their cell phone, and they were able to go around and show people pictures I was taking. Let's see, Jim. I'm catching up on the chat. Sorry, I was not looking. Is this your phone, the Dwarf app? Yeah. So this, what we're looking at here, this is actually iPad screen mirroring, and this this is my Pixel 9 screen. You can see them. They look pretty similar. The Pixel 9 looks a little bit redder than this, but it doesn't really matter. I'm taking raw video anyway, or raw images anyway. And Jim purchased the S30 and S50 body filter. Nice. Do you like it better than the default ZWO filter that comes with it? Hey TSG. Oh yeah. Hey. Sorry, Beverly. You answered your own question. I'm slowly catching up. You should totally go out and look for yourself, TSG. I recommend it. Ah, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, since it's summertime, I'm probably going to be using the Dwarf and the S30 for more daytime outreach with the sun. It's a little bit easier. So I might get the body filter. Yeah, I'm just messing with the tone curve a little bit just to see if we can get it to look like anything interesting. This is kind of interesting, the color. I feel like the grain on the sun looks a little bit better with like this, but the edges look much worse. Cool. So, yeah. That looks much worse. It's a little bit hard to do on the iPad. I need a mouse. It does look like a burnt hot dog. Yeah, the botter. Yeah, I have one of those. It was the botter filter is one of the first ones I got. So it was like, yeah, it looks grayish, whitish. The Thousand Oaks optical is what makes it yellowish, and whatever filter ZWO uses that makes it yellowish. And and actually, this I don't know if you noticed, but when I turn off imaging and I start it back up, uh, the sun actually looks white. I think Dwarf is using botter. It's just colorizing it after the fact while it's taking and stacking. But it's definitely I believe it's a botter filter here. Here, I'll do it one more time. I'll restart it. So I'm just stopping the imaging. Okay. And then I'll start it back up and you'll see it goes white first. There we go. Okay, I'll start it back up. So it's initializing and then you'll see it become, there we go. So this is what it looks like as the first few images come in, and then the dwarf stacks them and then processes them. So you'll see it slowly become more yellow, which is pretty interesting. Oh, nice, a glass. Yeah, people love glass filters. Do you find yourself having to refocus with the glass filter? I guess that's only a worry for there you go, it turned yellow. Yeah, I guess refocusing is only a worry if you're doing eclipse imaging. That's one of the reasons I didn't get a glass filter for the eclipse, even though it probably would have given me better quality. The thickness of the glass can change the focus, and I didn't feel like refocusing. Ah, cool. Looking forward to hearing what you think about it. Yeah, and the temperature on this keeps on rising. It started at 45 degrees Celsius, now it's at 55. The insides are getting a little bit cooked. Yeah, the dwarf is stacking the solar images. It has a pretty high rejection rate here. So its current is 67 and only stacked 13. But yeah, it's stacking. So that's why it gets sharper and sharper as it collects images, and it saves all of the files. So I should be able to go to, I guess not album. Yeah, it's here. Well, when I open this on my computer later, I'll be able to see all of the files. The temperature outside is, I think. Hold on, I need to look. It was pretty warm actually. Let me see. It was about 81 degrees Celsius, or 81 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 27 degrees Celsius. It does not have a fan. There's no cooling in it. Uh-oh. Oh, good thing I never disconnected my phone. I do have a I do have some lemonade in the fridge. I'll reward it after it's done. There we go. Yeah, my iPad is struggling today. It keeps losing connection, so I have to keep restarting it. So I guess I have to keep my Pixel connected. Yeah, it's warm. It's I don't like the warm. Yeah, it's pretty humid outside too. That's the other thing I don't like. Sorry, I've been quiet. Been doing some other stuff. I think. Yeah, I see. I see a massive amount of clouds coming in. So I'm going to say I'll stream until I'm at about 45 minutes, which is 5 more minutes, and then I'll close the stream and bring my Dwarf 3 in. It's almost at 60 degrees Celsius, so I'll give it a break too, and give it some lemonade. Yeah, yeah. I don't want it to burn out. We should just switch to the Kelvin scale. It's 300 and 412 degrees Kelvin. I was close. It's 333 degrees Kelvin. All right, everyone. I'm satisfied with being able to live stream for 45 minutes longer than I thought I would get to do. Um, but if anyone has any questions, I can stick around for a few more minutes. And I know there's about 10 people watching. If you haven't joined our Discord, I will post an invite in the description as soon as I can find it. There it is. I'll see you all in there. And I'm looking at the poll now. 86% thinks we will see a coronal mass ejection from this sunspot. I hope so. Maybe when it's a little bit away, and not directly pointed at us, like maybe here, it'll give us a nice show. All right, thanks, everyone. I'll be closing the stream in a minute.